Yes, good evening to everyone. Let's start today's session. In the last session, we just discussed basic introduction of .NET. What is .NET and why .NET? What kind of applications we can develop using .NET? And what are the versions of .NET Framework and Visual Studio? And what are the .NET components and execution process of .NET we discussed. In this session, I'm going to discuss about C# .NET basic introduction, and we'll enter into programming part of console application. So first, C#.NET is a programming language which is used to write coding part for application development, but C#.NET is most powerful programming language. C#.NET is a programming language which is used to write coding part, for application development. And C#.NET is a general purpose. C#.NET is a general purpose programming language, general purpose and high level programming language. General purpose means using C#.NET we can develop any type of applications. High level means for low level activities purpose we need not to write any coding part. So by default C#.NET will take care internally. Low level activities means memory management and security kind of things. For that we need not to write any coding part. Okay. Next, C#.NET is purely object-oriented programming language. C#.NET is object-oriented programming language. We can say that it is object-oriented programming language. The main advantage of object-oriented programming language is security, reusability, and application enhancement. These important advantages will be there once your programming language is object-oriented. Yes, C#.NET is object-oriented programming language. So it's purely object-oriented. Features will support encapsulation, polymorphism, abstraction, inheritance mainly for reusability purpose. Okay. Now in C#.NET, mainly we need to talk about first application, that is console application. Yes, what is console application and how do we work with? We'll see now. So 50 to 60% of the C#.NET syllabus I'll cover with console application, and remaining part of the C#.NET syllabus I'll cover with Windows Forms application. So object-oriented programming and basics things, everything will cover in console application through only. So it is very important for every C#.NET developer, this application. So what is console application here? Console application is a standalone or desktop application. Console application is a standalone or desktop application. That means once we create a console application of the development, wherever we install, in which machine we install, in that machine only we can able to work. So this is not an online application like ASP.NET web application. Okay, it is a standalone application and or desktop application, we can say that. So console application programs are just like C++ programs, just like C++ programs. We can write and we can execute. After execution, the output will be displayed in command prompt. Okay, so this will provide, console application will provide CUI facilities, command user interface or character user interface. Command user interface or character user interface, CUI facilities it will provide. In console application, console is a class. What is this? Console is a class. It is a predefined class which is present in which is present in system namespace. Yes, system namespace. What is namespace? Namespace is nothing but it's a library. Okay. In other programming languages, people generally used to call header files in C++, packages in Java, modules in Python. Same here in .NET, we use namespace. Namespace system is a header file or namespace, we can say. Our class console class is present in this namespace. While writing programming part of C#.NET with console application, you must and should use this system namespace. But actually in .NET, most important advantage is what you know. Whatever the application type you choose, based on the application type, automatically predefined required namespaces will be available. Okay, so you need not import explicitly. In case if existing namespaces are not relevant to your application, and if some other namespaces are required, then you have to import it explicitly. So in console application, console is a class which is present in system namespace. And if we don't include system namespace, console class will not work. So what is the use of console class here? So console class is used to work with work with input and output streams. Input and input and output streams. If you want to manage input and output, if you want to give input to the application or program, then console class is required. Or if you want to get output from the program, console class is required. Console class is compulsory. For input and output purpose, we use some other functions. So console class is having methods. What are the basic methods? I'll tell you. Console class is having basic methods. Basic methods. What are the basic methods? These are which is used to accept values from the user and which is going to display values to the user. Console class is having basic methods that are first method, write method, write method, write method. And most important thing is C#.NET is purely case sensitive programming language. You have to take care case sensitive things. How the way you declare variables, how the way you declare methods and classes, same way how to access in different way it's not possible to access. First method is write method and second method is write line. These two methods are output methods. Console class is used to work with input and output streams, and console class is having methods, write method, write line methods. These two methods are output methods. Means if you want to display something to the user in the output window, these two methods are required. The difference between these two methods is what you know. When we use write method, your statements, output statements will display within the same line only. When we use write line method, output statements will display in line by line. So write line is similar to write of /n. /n means new line. Okay. So write line or output methods. So for example, if I try to use this write method, console.write method I'm using. Suppose I'm saying hello, hello. This is one statement. Again, console.write I'm taking. One more method I'm taking, that is DURGASOFT I'm writing. So whenever I write like this in my program, output will be look like. How output is look like? Hello is present here. Immediately DURGASOFT also present here. DURGASOFT also will display like this. But once I give console.write line here, okay, console.write line. So hello is present in one line and DURGASOFT is present in next line. This is write line method differences. Or else you can go through like this also. This will be also same. /n I'm using. Okay, instead of write line I'm using /n. This will also say hello DURGASOFT. So write with /n equal to write line method. Option is yours. Anyways, you can do it. No problem at all. Okay, write line methods are, but this is the purpose, output purpose. And if you want to accept input from the user end, then we can use read line methods we have to use. Read method, read line method. Input means when we execute program, if we are trying to ask end user to give the values, then we can use what exactly input methods, readline methods I have to use. Okay, readline methods. For example, I'm asking console.writeLine, console.writeLine. Okay, enter a name or something, enter name. I'm asking enter name. User will enter the name. Suppose I'm giving my input is Mohan. Is entering the name. So this input you are entering as an end user or programmer. So our program should read these inputs. How it will read? Using read method and readline method. So what is the main difference between readline methods? Read method will read single character or next character. When we use read method, it will read single character M first, then after O, then after H, like that. And that too, read method will read ASCII value of the character, not directly character. It will read ASCII value of the character. So every alphabetic character is having ASCII representation. That number will read. M is having some ASCII number, for example, any number. Okay, so 45 or something. I don't know exactly what is that ASCII number M letter, but you know very well that what we can say. Every character is having ASCII representation. That numbers will be read. So read method return type is that's what integer. What is the return type of read method means int. Why it will be why it is return type of read method is integer? Because read method will read single character or next character from the user inputs. So that too, read method will read ASCII value of the character, not directly character M or O or H, like that. This ASCII values only will read. That ASCII value is always integer number only. So that's what read method return type is integer. Readline method return type is string. Why? Because it will read a group of characters. Readline will read total how many characters you enter, that many characters will read. So this is going to be group of characters only. Readline will read group of characters. Read will read only ASCII value of the characters. Okay, read will read ASCII value of the characters. So this is exactly readline methods here. Readline method is this one. Readline method is this one. String values it will read. And read method will read only integer values. Okay. Return type of read method is integer. Return type of readline method is string only, we can say. This is user inputs purpose. We can use read and readline. These four methods are present in console class. Okay. So console application basics thing is this one. Now let's try to create a console application. To create console application, and what we need to do here. Okay, so first we need to install Visual Studio 2019. So already in my computer Visual Studio installed. So if you don't install, please type install now. I already explained you to how to install it. Just go to Google and type download Visual Studio 2019. Okay, download Visual Studio 2019, and you can go to visualstudio.microsoft.com and download it. Click on this, and this should be, you have to install this, download and install it. So while installation, it will ask you to what we can say, create your Microsoft account for further updation. Okay, whenever it is your evaluation period will be expired, it will ask you to update by entering your Microsoft account username and password. Okay, Outlook account you have to create. Once you update with your username and password, then you can able to use long time community version at any time. No need to go for any license and all. It's a free only, but it is a paid version. This is professional and enterprise. This is free trial, 90 days trial only will come. This is I recommend to you. Okay, so already I download and install it. So as I said that in the last session, you just install it and try to get what are the things will be there installation. So you must and should aware of that installation process also as a .NET developer, so you can get it. If any problem, then you please let me know. I'll assist you how to do that installation. And I have already installed in my computer. So let's go to search and type Visual Studio in my search box. So automatically you'll be able to see this Visual Studio 2019. Click on it. So Visual Studio 2019 editor is opening. Editor is just a software tool or editor software tool. This can be used to write and edit and compile .NET code. So I'm going to create a new project. Here left hand side there are so many applications are there, console applications, Windows Forms application. Recently, with what I worked that are available. And now I'm going to create a new project here. So click on new project, create new project. After that you can see, and this will be available, create a new project. And after that you can see C#.NET is, I'm choosing my programming language. Windows is platform here, Windows, and which type of application you want to generate, you want to create, that you can select. Here I'm preparing console type of application, and now you can see console application is available. It is a .NET Core with it, which is available Windows, Linux, Mac OS, all those things, and console application .NET framework also there. So I have Windows operating system. I'll show you this also, console application with the .NET Core, how to work on it. So right now I'm talking about console application .NET framework. And after that, when we select this template, when we click on next, then automatically you can see your application name is available, console application 3. But this is not our exact location. This is not our folder. I need to prepare a new folder for this batch. So let's go and prepare a new folder in my F drive. So let's right click on it and go to new and folder creation. Now this is for .NET at 4 p.m. I'm preparing a new folder. I'm selecting that folder now. Now you can see our application name or project name is console application 1. Location is .NET at 4 p.m. F drive. So your solution name is console app 1. So .NET Framework 4.7.2 is there. This is okay. This is .NET Framework 4.7.2. Let's click on create. Automatically you will be able to create console application. Once you create a console application, I'm going to start with simple program and how to make the setup of your application and how to change startup object, how to run your code. I will tell you clearly. Just observe. So by default, when we create a application in .NET, based on that application, the namespaces will come automatically. Namespaces means predefined libraries. Look at here, these are the namespaces using system.collections.generic, system.link, language integrated query, system.text, system.threading.tasks. And after that, namespace name is console application 1. It's my own application. Just now I created with this name. This is user defined namespace, but these are all system defined namespaces, which will come by default when we create console application. And by default, your application will have a class called program class. It will come by default, one class. Next time onwards, if you want to add a few more classes, you can add classes. Many classes we can add it next time onwards if you want to add classes. Okay, so class program, and this is an entry point of program, static void main. Here M capital letter. So C#.NET is a case sensitive programming language. That is M capital letter how to give. After that, string square bracket args is there. This is what actually command line arguments. Okay, it represents text string format. It is now we can see it represents text as a sequence of UTF-16 code units. Okay, .NET Framework source code this type. So this is string format only, because when we accept values at runtime for any application in .NET Framework, by default it will be treated as string. According to your convenient, you have to be convert. That means typecasting, you have to do that, convert from string to any other data type. So even if we don't include this string square bracket or command line arguments, then by default it will work, no problem at all. But if you want, you can include it, no issues at all. And static void main is an entry point. Entry point means how much code if we write, you can write it, no problem, but the execution will begin from entry point onwards. That is main method onwards. So before going to write some code here, I need to explain some important windows in my Visual Studio. So firstly, you can look at my right hand side. So that is Solution Explorer is available. This solution explorer is very important. It can be managed our projects and solutions and program files. You can add folders, you can remove folders, everything, your files and folders, you can manage it from solution explorer. If you don't have solution explorer, for example, if you don't find solution explorer from right hand side, you can collect it from again view menu. There is a view menu is there, and click on solution explorer. Automatically solution explorer is available. And apart from this solution explorer, property window is there, properties. So right now in our console application, I don't use any properties. Whenever we use Windows Forms application, their properties will be useful for us. This is property case action. And left hand side toolbox is there. Toolbox also don't have any controls within it. So when we start Windows Forms application later, it provides a lot of controls like text boxes, buttons, labels, all those things. And mostly Server Explorer is there here. This can be used mostly when we connect it from Visual Studio to SQL Server database. So when I talk about SQL Server database connection, I'll discuss this all these things. Okay, SQL Server, all those things, Server Explorer. So right now we will use rapidly this solution explorer only. So here you can see this, our program name is program.cs. .cs is nothing but extension of C#.NET files. CS stands for C#. Okay, so let's start write my program here. I'm just writing this program console. After inside the main method, when we type console, automatically the IntelliSense is coming. This is IntelliSense. What user is expecting, that is automatically available here, and then just press enter, automatically it will capture from IntelliSense. Now write method is there. When I start my word with the WR, so the words or methods or classes which is starts with WR, it will come here. You can consume anything and just consume that hello only. After that, console.write hello DURGASOFT. Hello DURGASOFT I'm writing. To stay back to our screen, console.read. I'll explain you just. I'm not going to write this one. Look at here, just simple program I have written. Console is a class. A write is a method. Console is a class and write is a method. Just now I told you, write method is used to display statement onto the screen within the same line. And after completion of this, so I need to go for execution. Execution means directly run. And two options are there. If you want to compile before run, then you can compile it. How to compile our program? You can see build menu is there and the build console app basics is available. This is compilation. Build means compile. Okay. So here you can see left hand side build started here bottom corner. And if there is no compilation errors, build succeeded, it's available right now. If in case any errors compilation time, I missed some semicolon here with the end of the line, I forgot to include semicolon. Let's go and build menu and build console app one. So click on build, there is a build errors. Okay, build failed is available. You can see build failed. If you want to see the error list, you can see below error list is available. Click on that window. Automatically error list is available and there is expected. Okay, line number 14 is available here. Line number 14. Expected line number 14. Okay, so after line number 14, then we have some problem here. What is the problem exactly? This is the colon I missed. So that will work fine. So once I execute this, now you can see this. Now we got this. Now you can see it is coming and it's going to be, it's not visible. It's not stay back screen completely. When I start execution, okay. Yes, after compilation successful, you have to click on start button or else you can press F5 from your keyboard. F5 is for execution completely. You can press F5 from keyboard. Once I execute this, now you can say our screen is coming and going. Okay, it's not what we can say stay back permanently for seeing my output. Why it is happening? This is going to happen because no, that's not. No, that is not. Okay, please wait. If you have any questions, I'll allow you to ask in the last at the last of the session. Let me complete this. Now you can see here I'm going to execute this one, and now you can see it's working fine, but your output is not coming completely here. And to stay back our screen, then we have to use console.what actually read method I have to use. What method? We have to use read method. Console.read. Once I use console.read, okay, then when we execute this, automatically hello DurgaSoft is available. DurgaSoft is available. But look at here, my output is looking small size. If you want to increase the size of this font, click on this, and after that properties and go to font option, and let me increase the font size, and also layout. I want to set this width is only 80% of the width of my window is required. So I'm going to give 80% and 20% height only is required for me. That is my window layout. Click on this. So automatically size is increased and window size also it's reducing like this. Hello DurgaSoft is coming. Okay, this is what execution part. If you want to exit from this output window, what we need to do generally, we have to close this command prompt or else press enter, no problem. You can press enter, automatically you will come out of the execution process because of this read. And there is one more method is there that is called read key. What is there? Read key is there, read key. So whenever we use read key, then when we click on this, when we execute, so your output is available and the read key is there, no? So that's what we need to do. When we press any key from your keyboard, automatically you will exit from the output window. You can press any key from keyboard. I'm just pressing any key, so it will come out from the output window here. This is read key specialty here. If you want, you can use read only, no problem. And look at here, my output. I written two lines, console.write, console.write, but look at the output here, hello available and DurgaSoft available in same line only. The reason is what actually we use write method only. We use write method. Hello. Please mute from your side. Now you can see we are getting hello DurgaSoft, it's available. Now because of this is console.write, console.write. So I'm just using console.write line and console.write line. So once I use this console.write line, then what will happen here? Just run this and we go hello is present in one line and DurgaSoft is present in second line. That meaning is what here? Okay, so it's going to display in the line by line execution here. Okay, it's going to display line by line execution. So right line is nothing but it will display in next line only. So either you can use this right line or you can go through this one also. It will be okay. I can see I'm just giving after displaying this one and I'm going to slash and I'm using. Once I use slash and automatically it will go to next line only. This will be same. Understand? So this is right line differences clearly. So this is very simple program here. And if you want to add one more class, means here you can see I have only one class by default. When we create a console application, by default it came program name. And if you would like to add one more class for your application, so you can add it. How to add it? Yes, I'll tell you how to add this one more class. Okay, so to work with one more class, to create one more class, what we need to do that? We need to add class, because every time we need not to write same program and different code. So we need to add extra class to this application. How to add it? So go to Solution Explorer, right hand side, and right click on your application name, console application 1. Right click on your application name, console app 1. Right click on it and go to add. Go to add. So click on new item or else click on class. Anyone you can choose that. Click on new item. Once you click on new item, automatically what will happen, you can see this class1.cs. So class template you have to select, class1.cs we have to use. If you want to change the class name, here only you can change it, but make sure .cs is required. And click on add it, automatically a new class will be added with class 1. Uh, I'm not going to add because I want to show you some other way to add class, how to add class. So apart from this way, okay, you can go to project menu. It's very simple way to add class to your project. Project menu, add class. Once you add class, class one is available, class one.cs. After that, click on add it. Once you click on add it, now you can see you'll be able to see this new class here. New class one is available. It is a new class. And this new class don't have any main method. You just observe here. Previously, when I create a console application, along with console application, we got a main method here, static void main string square bracket args. Yes, sir. But here, class one, we don't have any main method. I would like to add main method here. So how to add this? So you can add manually static space void space m capital main and close this. So here we don't use any string square bracket args. It is optional. Command line argument usage is optional here. Without use also we can able to work on it. No issues at all. Okay. But here there is one more shortcut key is there. Main method adding purpose. To add main method to your program, there is a shortcut key. Then you can see SVM. S for static, V for void, M for main. Then observe here SVM code snippet for void main method. Note tab twice to insert the SVM snippet. Means what? You have to press 2 times tab key. Automatically SVM snippet will be available. Tab key I'm pressing 2 times. 1, 2. Automatically you can see the static void main string square bracket args is available. And for a change, I'm going to write a program here different way into p equals to 20. These two values are in my first program, I just shown how to print string characters, and in second program, I just want to show how to declare a variable and the data type and values. So int is a data type, a is a variable, 10 is a value, and a, b are variable names here. I would like to print this variable values. Console.writeLine a I'm printing, and also console.writeLine b value I'm printing. B value. Then finally, to stay back to our screen, console.read method I'm using. This is very simple method. Yes, two variables I took. And now I would like to execute this program. Which program? Class one. In that process, when I directly hit that start button or else execute, so now you can see there is an error. What error? Just try to read this one. There were build errors. Build error means compilation errors. It says me like, would you like to continue and run the last successful build? It's showing me that if you want to run last successful build, yes means it will show last program output and it will show error in this program. No means only you will get error. So when I say no, so you got error here. You can see this. What error you got? Program has more than one entry point defined. Compile with the main to specify the type that contains the entry point. Meaning is what? This program is having more than one entry point, it says. Okay, this program is having more than one entry point. Entry point of the program is main method. Here it is one main is there. In the previous program, here it is one main is there. So runtime is going to get ambiguity situation. Ambiguity means confused state. Which program need to be executed? That is ambiguity state we can say. Runtime is going to get ambiguity situation. Okay. So to avoid that, as a programmer, you should say startup object. Yes, to avoid that as a programmer, you should set startup object. How to change startup object here? Startup object means what? You should decide from which program onwards you should start to run. Okay, you have to take to runtime. So you have to start from this program. That mechanism is called startup object. So how do we change startup object here? Go to Solution Explorer, and after that double click on properties option is there. Double click on properties. Once you double click on properties, here you can see startup object drop down list is available, and you can see which program you have in your application right now. These two programs, class one and program. And now I need to select my program called class one because already I executed program.cs. Now I want to execute class one now. So when I select the class one and click on save it, then run it. So your output will be available. 10, 20 values are coming because it is second program output here. Okay, this is the way to change startup object and run your next program. And every time when we add new class to your application, this is the procedure. Go to Solution Explorer, double click on properties, expand the startup object drop down list, choose your class name, which class you want to execute, click on save it, then run it. So automatically you'll be able to execute this one. And observe here, you can also print your statements. Suppose you want to give some value of some statement, value of A is, then plus we have to use. Plus is nothing but concatenation. Concatenation means adding value, output value to the statement. So here I'm taking value of B is, then plus B I'm taking. This is concatenation. So we can write your description or statement to print, which is an output like value of A is 10, value of B is 20, like this. And we have two variables are integer type only. So why don't we declare these two variables in integer type at the same line only? Yes, we can do it. Two are integer type, so int A 10, comma B equals to 20, like this we can able to declare. It will work fine. And moreover, we have two values, and two values purpose I have used two console.writeline statements, but why don't we use only one console.writeline statement? Yes, we can use it, no issue. Shut up. I'm just commenting this, and by using this, or else you can select these lines, which lines you want to comment, select it, and there is commented out selected lines in the menu option. You can comment it, or else you can uncomment it also again later whenever you do uncomment. I'm just uncomment it because I want to show you how to write one single statement for two variable values printing. Values of A and B are plus A plus comma plus B plus, like this. Okay, two double quotes plus A and comma two double quotes plus B. Then this double quote is ended with for this double quote. So this is the way to include two variable values in one single statement. We got it value of A and B are 10, 20, like this. Or else we have one more option is there. Let's comment this one, and we have one more option. What is that? True index basis, like values of A and B are values of A and B are 0, index 1 and 1. Then after that A comma B. If you have one more, then we have to go for 2. So this also will work fine. Okay. So multiple variable values if you want to display within the single statement through, this is the option. Or else you can go for line by one statement also, no issues at all. And one more important thing, look at here this program. In this program I used a console class for displaying my output only. Okay, output statements I use now. So that's the reason here in my namespaces using system is highlighted, but remaining things are not useful here. So that's what it is not highlighted. Whenever I'm just commenting this one, okay, I'm just commenting this using system. So below you can see this is an error. Console class is not working fine. So red line squiggling is available. So whenever we place mouse pointer on it, you can see the console name does not exist in the current context. Even if you run this also, it will not give proper output here. Okay, proper output. Now you can see this is error list. So the name console does not exist in the current context. The name console does not exist in the current context. Understand? So why? Because here relevant namespace is not there. Even if you don't include namespace as a header section, at least you should use like system.console, and here also we can use system.console. This will work fine. So even though if you have no system namespace as a header section, so in each line you have to include system.system. Something like this. Or else you can go for better include that namespace. So it shows clearly console class is present in system namespace. If you don't include system namespace, then console class will not work out. Understand? So this is the way to handle the programs clearly. But how do we accept value at runtime? In these two programs, just we have seen inside the program only string values I have given, it's going to display, and inside this program only we have two variable values, it's going to display clearly. But I want to accept values at runtime. So for that I'm just adding one more class for my example, add class, and class selection, class template selection, class 2, and click on add it. So once we click on add it, a new class is going to add. Now I would like to add a main method here, svm, and 2 times tab key press, automatically main method will come. And here I would like to ask the output statement through enter a name, enter a name, enter a name. Just I am asking enter name or else enter your name. Just enter your name, enter your name. I'm accepting string value. But as soon as when programmer enter the name at runtime that I want to store in separate variable called yes, and to read a group of characters, then console.readline is there. After that console.writeLine, then we have to say name is or else your name is plus concatenation s to stay backwards in console.read and use it. That's all. First line is just for asking enter your name in the output window, and next line is just accepting that value and stored into inside AS variable. I am declaring string, that is data type. And to string values to read for string values reading purpose, we use console.readline method. And after that, we are displaying that same string value to the end user in the output window. Your name is so and so S1. When we start execution, again you will get previous output only. Why? Because we have not changed startup object. As I said that every program, whenever we add extra class to your application, you must and should change startup object. Right now we have 3 classes are there: properties and expand startup object. Class 2 is there, and make sure you have to save it compulsory. Without saving, changes will not affect. And after that, let's run this. We got this output here. Enter your name. Just I'm entering name, and your name is so and so. It's correct. That's all. So this is the way to handle value at runtime. But what value you are going to accepting runtime at runtime? So string value. But integer value accepting is different actually. Yes, even if we accept integer value also, that will be treated as by default string format. But if you want to convert, that you have to be convert into integer format, float format, like typecasting you have to use. Okay, that things I'll cover in tomorrow session. So that's it for today. So if you have any question, please ask me while typing your question in chat box so that I'm ready to give answer. This is basic things which we discuss in console application. In forward coming to this, all programs will discuss remaining things, rest of the things. If you have any question, please type your question in chat box. Yeah, Mr. Naveen, tell me.
Yeah, so I joined a bit late to this meeting actually.
Okay.
So, yeah, can you provide this, record?
No problem, no problem. This video will be uploaded by today evening in YouTube channel, so you can go through it. Already they uploaded. How to go, I will assist you also. Just wait. Simply go to YouTube, and in YouTube then type DurgaSoft. DurgaSoft, you can type DurgaSoft. You can type DurgaSoft, and after that, this is my Institute YouTube channel, DurgaSoft YouTube channel. And in the playlist, you can see, click on playlist, and after that, my .NET videos by Mohan Reddy 4 p.m. 2 videos are there, first session, second session, and third session. This will be uploaded here. Okay. Yes. This video also uploaded by today evening. You can go through it and you will be able to understand. No problem. I'll share that videos also. No issues at all. But they will not upload, just a basic demonstration. 4-5 videos they'll upload. After that, I'll share directly my videos to your mail.
Okay.
Mr. Hanumant, I'm working.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me, sir. Tell me.
Sir, actually, any project we can see, sir, here in this course?
Yeah, project in the sense in ASP.NET will cover, not here. Right now I'm dealing with C#.NET. Once I complete C# with SQL, then we'll start with ASP.NET.
Yes,
Same.
actually, I am working in school. Their entire software is developed using using .NET only with the crystal reports and everything.
Okay, okay. Crystal report, I think window form or else ASP.NET.
They used only C Sharp and Windows Forms only, sir.
Okay, Windows Forms will cover, but see, ASP.NET also will cover complete.
Okay, sir.
And Mr. Saip on ASP.NET Core, not actually, sorry for that, ASP.NET Core not. ASP.NET Framework will cover, ASP.NET with Framework only.
Yeah. So how many days will it take to complete C# and SQL Server?
C# and SQL around 35 days.
So will you continue till 35 days these two things?
35 not actually, only C# 35, but every weekend we'll start with SQL, no? Friday and Saturday. Around it will take 45 days it will take minimum. SQL also is there. Yeah. Only C# it will be finished 35 days is enough. But
Once we
SQL
are,
also, yeah.
once we are done with C# and SQL Server, then we will start ASP.NET,
ASP.
right?
Yeah. But because without knowing C#, we cannot go for ASP.NET.
Yeah.
Even though when we develop website and web pages in ASP.NET, behind the scenes, I should write code in C# language only.
Okay. Thank you.
Any questions? Mr. Vijay, tell me.
Yeah, sir. We can cover like UI technologies also.
No. UI will not teach. If you want, you can take separate course from our DURGASOFT UI technologies who will teach. Even I will also teach, but I will not teach here because not required in ASP.NET.
Okay.
Whenever we design ASP.NET web page, behind the scenes, automatically HTML tags, CSS files will be generated. If you want to do customization, you can do that, no problem. But not required here.
Okay.
Those who wants to
Okay.
develop their own HTML tags and CSS, all those things, they should learn UI, web designers. But
Okay,
ASP.NET
fine.
developers not required to learn UI. If you have idea, then it's okay, fine. But we will not
Okay.
write any hard code in HTML tags or CSS, all these things, because .NET itself will provide lot of styles by selecting just options.
Okay. Like in future, like we will see any real-time projects, sir?
Yeah. In ASP.NET, I'll show you one project development.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, that's all for today. So see you tomorrow at same time on same link. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.